Hi, I'm Quinn Lemley with Secrets of the Stage. This is the place where we pull back the curtains and dive into the creative process. And today I am so excited because we are talking about fiction and writing, and I have Lee Sato. Nice to see you with your first book.
First book.
The Hornet's Nest, and
Yes.
it's part one of a three-part series.
Well, at least a three-part, yes, if not more.
It's so exciting. Right. And you're nominated for an award.
Oh, a Goldie Award.
Now, what are the Goldie Awards?
Goldie Award is for literary fiction for any type of LGBTQ authors. And the cover is also nominated.
It's beautiful.
For an award. He did a magnificent job for me.
He did, and you're wearing parts of the...
Yes, doing the Hornets, doing the...
I love it.
The promoting of it.
It's like a thriller.
Yes. It has a lot of twists and turns
turns.
A lot of things you don't see coming, and a lot of political intrigue. One of the main characters is running for president, and that is Jara's love interest's father. And there are some political things that he is trying to put pressure on Jara, who is an FBI agent, to do. And
now, FBI agent, you've actually worked with FBI
correct.
agents.
Yes. I worked crimes against children with CPS, Child Protection, or DCS, Department of Child Services. And I worked a lot with FBI and Department of Homeland Security on all sorts of different cases, whether it be pornography, exploitation, human and sex trafficking, all of those things.
Unbelievable.
And worked with them and the state police.
And so your life experiences have primed you for this novel.
Definitely.
And have you always been a writer?
I started writing in high school, really doing it on my own. I was one of those odd kids that loved to write essays and reports and all these things.
And you're very detail oriented.
And I'm very detailed oriented, and I love the research. I love doing the research on it. And I had a wonderful English teacher that was my creative writing teacher, and she's like, do something with your poetry, do something with your short stories. And at that time, I'm like, no, I can't. But I did go to college on a journalism scholarship and changed my major to psychology and ended up in the world of crazy.
It's all coming together, all of your experiences.
It all is all together.
And so when you're writing a novel like this with so many twists and turns, how do you come up with the intrigue, and how do you come up with the characters? I mean, are they people that you kind of know?
There's a very large process that I do. I enjoy true crime shows. I enjoy, plus the things that I've been through. One of the things that I wanted to do with my writing is have closure. In my
have
job,
closure for your job,
for my characters, for everything. So, like with true crime, that's why I like that, because there's a lot of closure to it. In my job, I didn't have that. I know there wasn't any ending. There wasn't very little was there justice ever done.
Really?
No matter, I worked with some amazing investigators and judges and hospitals, Riley Hospital in Indiana, all these people that could do all this wonderful evidence things.
And there was never a closure?
And there was never really any closure. We never got anything that could be satisfactory,
Justice.
Someone was hurt. So justice needed to prevail, and very few times it did.
Well, that's
sad.
Why do you think that it wasn't found justice?
I think that when it comes to crimes against children, there's not a lot of witnesses, and there's not a lot of people that want to come out and say that they were a part of it. So you don't get you don't get the evidence that you need. And so you have your perpetrator and you have your child. And that's it. And so you're trying to, everything is put on this child. And sometimes that child isn't ready to let it out. You know it's happened. You know things are going on. But they don't want, they can't talk about it yet.
It must be so wrenching to have to go into a home and
It is.
separate a family.
I've had some really hard cases that were gut-wrenching, that were horrible, and just really took a toll on my my psyche and my heart, and just the way I did my job after that.
But did this prepare you to write this book?
Yes, all of it prepared me for it, because I knew that
And the psychology of
the
it.
psychology of it, and because I'm a little twisted, and so I like I like a little bit of intrigue, and I like a little bit of twists and turns. And when I'm reading a book, I don't necessarily want to know who and what did it in the very first chapter. You know,
Right,
it's
of
kind
course.
you just kind of want a little suspense and a little drama.
Right.
And with this, I tried to do that. I tried to put some of my own experiences in it. You had asked about people. There were people that had asked, well, can you use my name in the book? Well, sure, you know. And so some people I know have their first names in the book. And so in describing the characters, sometimes I go, well, Travis looks like this, and
Right.
Sarah is this, but with Katerina and Jara, the main couple, I wish I could be like Jara, but I used a lot of my own
Your own
things,
inner
my own
self.
inner self, and my partner is kind of the Katerina of the book.
Oh, how beautiful.
And so it was interesting, because I'd be writing parts of it, and there'd be an argument between Jara and Katerina, and I'd go out and I'd go, what would you, if I said this, what would you do? And she'd be like, da, 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 da. Thank you, I'll be back. And I'd just go,
So you used her voice.
oh, yes, yes.
How
I
exciting.
used her voice and her
demeanor.
demeanor, her fieriness.
Nice.
Yes, all of that. All of that.
That's wonderful. And so you're on sale now. You're at Amazon.
Yes, I launched in July. On sale now. Anywhere you can buy books. You can even go to your local bookstore and order it. It's on Amazon.
The Hornet's Nest, gay fiction. Is that a niche?
Yeah.
Or would you say it's just a love story?
Well, I hate labels. I hate that.
Me too.
And so I say it's a love story. And I say that it is a beautiful reconnection, reigniting of friends that are in love. But it's a lesbian romance, and that love story is a back plot with the whole thing.
But love is love.
But love is love, and but it is a niche, and I mean, you can look on Amazon. It says lesbian fiction or whatever.
I
it
didn't
is.
even know that
And
was
it's like,
a thing.
And I'm like, that's a genre. Okay,
Wow.
I'll take it. But okay.
Why did you call it the Hornet's Nest?
I kind of took that concept of the hornets and the busyness, and all of the bees had something to do, and there was purpose, but there was always a queen bee, no matter what.
Is your
That's my queen bee.
I
yeah.
love it.
There are very strong women in this book. There is Jara and Katerina, of course, but Katerina's mother, Victoria, and Victoria's mother, Granny May, who
Granny May, I love that.
it's not a secret. Granny May does pass away, but she is a spitfire.
Wow.
And there's a lot of things that go back to Granny throughout the book.
We have great grannies in
They have great
Indiana,
Granny.
right?
Yes, we do. And she is a spitfire, and she is a force of nature. Force of nature. And so there's a matriarchy there that I really wanted to promote. And there are different scenes in the book that are like Hornet's Nest, like a hospital emergency room, or a stakeout getting ready to go in and do something.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, it's chaotic, but there's purpose to all of that chaos.
What is your process? Do you just have an idea and then freeform write it?
The idea for this book came from a dream that I had years ago in 2000, and it just wouldn't leave me.
In 2000?
In 2000.
So this book, these characters have been with you for
years.
For years.
For years.
Do the characters become like real to you? I mean,
oh my gosh, yes, yes. When I'm writing some of the things, I'll cry. I'll be angry. I'll be happy. One of your friends, Stephanie
Cowell, she's been on this show.
Yes, I love Stephanie. Stephanie was so much of an inspiration to me.
Oh, well, she is marvelous. She does historical fiction.
She's fantastic.
Yes, she has a new book coming out.
And we met for lunch one day when we were here in New York, and I was writing. I had been writing and writing different things, and my book is located in New England, and my partner for my birthday took me to Vermont, and then we went to Rhode Island and Connecticut and all the areas where my characters are. And I was so melancholy. I wasn't depressed, I wasn't angry, I just was melancholy.
Why?
And my partner Mary's like, exactly, why? What is going on with you? I know the weather's a little bad, but why aren't you happy? You're in your happy place. This is where you love. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. And, I would start to write and things would flow, but you would think that would be the place to get inspiration. And we went to lunch with Stephanie. And we were talking about the process and her books and different things. And she said, well, Mary, do you like your characters? And I'm like my characters? What are you talking about? I'm like, what do you mean by liking my characters? I've written my characters. Of course I have to like them.
I created them. I have to like them.
They are mine. And she said, no. Well, she goes, no. She goes, when you're not writing, do you miss them? Do you think about them? And I just stopped and burst into tears. And I'm like, oh my God. You are so right. And she said, when you were in Newport, when you were in Connecticut, you were looking for your characters and they weren't there. They're real to you,
but they're not.
But they're not real in the real world. And so because of that, you angst about it. And she told me a story about her being in London looking for her characters.
Yeah.
And the same thing had happened. And I'm like,
do you sit down at the same time or for a period of time every day?
No.
So what's your schedule?
A lot of people say you have to write for an hour or you have to write for 10 pages. I am retired. And so I do things around the house, and I have 2 wonderful puppies, and so they keep me busy, and they distract me quite a bit. Are
they in the book?
No.
Oh, you've got to put them in the book.
I should put them in the book because they would love that actually. But it's whenever it kind of hits me, and there'll be times I'll just be sitting there and we'll be watching TV, and I'm like, I'm going to start writing.
Do you ever get writer's block?
Yes. Yeah.
What is writer's block?
Writer's block is where you need to get something done. And you need to finish this book, but you can't get over the hump of getting that process started. You can't launch this idea.
It's like going through the rabbit hole or through the tunnel.
Yeah, and there are times you'll sit there and you're getting ready to type. Or my first 2 books I actually wrote out longhand.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it was just a wonderful thing for me to do it that way. And you just stop and you just look at the page.
So you have 2 other books that you've completed, but they're not published.
I have 1 book that is completed and is currently being what's called beta.
And what does that mean?
A beta reader is a person who is knowledgeable, if you're doing a series, knowledgeable about the first one, but they don't have to be. And they read it for consistency, if cohesion, is it realistic? Does it make sense? Is it stupid? Does it go with the characters? And they're not editors. They're not going through and looking at your grammar or anything. Now they will help sometimes with character development and things. And right now I have two wonderful beta readers that are going to do.
And how do you find beta readers?
That's the hard part, because you have, as an author, you have to be very careful of your material being stolen.
Really? So
Yes.
how do you protect yourself?
A lot of research, a lot of trust, going through other people that you know and who they have used. There are people that are, their jobs are to beta read and to be what's called an ARC reader, which is an advanced reader copy. And that advanced reader copy is when you have, your book is finished, it's edited, and it's good to go for launch, but you need to get reviews prior to launch, and an ARC reader will do that.
Oh, interesting. So you have the beta reader, then you go to the editor,
Then
or
you
do you get a publisher first?
Yes, you do. You do your beta reader, make sure everything's cohesive, and then you go to your publisher. I've been very fortunate to have a wonderful publisher, Launch Point Press.
You got your publisher
Yes.
right away, which is
right away.
kudos to you.
Yes, I did. They were fantastic. They've now merged with Desert Palm Press, and they're called Pinlight Industries, but it's Launch Point Press for me. And they take the book, they go through it, you submit the book, and is this something they can do? Is this something they want to work with? And then after they agree, and you sign your contracts and things, they send it to an editor.
Is it hard to hear, I don't want to say criticism,
Yes.
but
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Because this is your baby. This is your baby. These are your characters.
Right.
This is your idea. This is your dream. And you have to put your ego aside, because they're not here to personally attack you. They're not here to ruin you. They're here to make you better and make your writing better or make your singing better.
Right.
The
director, the musical director.
And so, I like doing it that way. Well, it doesn't work. Okay.
Right.
And with the first book, I wrote it, she took it, and she looked at part of it and went, "Oh, girl, no. This part does not work at all." And I'm like,
and so how do you put your ego down and listen and are open to the changes or the suggestions?
you stomp around and vent, and then you sit down and go, "Okay, yeah, she's right. They're right." And you look at what they say, and there are things like, so with my publisher, you go through 60 days. The editor has it for 60 days.
And you don't have a relationship
No.
for 60 days?
No.
Oh, that would drive me
Yes,
crazy.
it does.
That's like 2 months.
And it's so hard to work on another project while you're trying to wait for the baby to come
right,
back.
right.
Then they send back your manuscript with their thoughts and their edits and everything. And you can either accept them or deny them, or you can add more or whatever. And I had a fantastic editor through my publisher. She was wonderful with character development. She was wonderful with this would be kind of fun in here, because I know that this is a mystery and that it's a crime fiction, but I like humor, and so there are some humorous things that happen and lines and different things. And so she was very good about
We have to have
keeping
humor.
some
Right,
of that.
definitely.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten through all the jobs I've done without humor.
Absolutely.
There's no way.
Right.
So, but that's part of the process, and you just go back and forth, and then you have a finished product that you hope.
And then how do you launch? What's the process of launching?
What you get, the ARC readers, you get your people to review as much as you can, and then you've already decided on the cover and everything, and then they send it to press. and they
Wow.
and then they say, okay, the platform's open now. You can have a pre-order like for Amazon and some of the other platforms, but then it's launched for buying as in paperback or whatever. I'm sad that I don't have a hardback yet, but we'll try. We'll try.
We were talking about a neighbor that you have that identified herself in these characters.
Yes.
How does that feel when you created a person that can actually change somebody's life or help someone on their journey? Well, you had mentioned you have a 16 or 17-year-old
my
friend.
Yes.
And she identified with these characters.
Yes, my first fangirl.
I love it.
My
We
first
need
my
fangirls.
first fangirl. Emma. I knew her. I know her father, and he said, would this book be appropriate for my daughter? She feels that she is a lesbian, and would it be appropriate? And I'm like, yeah, it would be. It'll be fine. She read it, and then he calls me and says, oh my God, can you please meet her or something, because she is going around going, I am Jara, I am Jara, I am
I
this.
love it.
And I'm like, wow, okay. And when I met her, she was so articulate and so wonderful and so enthusiastic and so into it. And she knew the nuances of the book, and she loved there's some one-liner zingers into it. And so I decided, and she's very intelligent, and I asked her father, I said, do you think she could be a beta reader for me? Could she want to read my second book that I have written, not to edit it, but just to read it? And he said, yes, but ask her. And
How
I said,
exciting.
I will, and I did, and she, of course, fangirled out, and she has it, and is doing an unbelievable job.
Wow.
It's beautiful. The critiques that she's making and the development that she's talking to me about, and we're conversing with that, is fantastic. And it's at 16.
That's so beautiful.
And she goes, I don't feel alone. I read this and I don't feel alone. And I'm like, okay.
So you never know who you're
No,
affecting, whose life you're affecting.
No,
so
you don't.
So you have to, push beyond the fear and do your creative process.
And be true to yourself. True to yourself and true to your craft, and being able to be out there and open to the universe and just continue.
Well, and you're doing it.
I'm trying.
You're
I'm
doing
trying.
it. You're showing up.
I'm trying.
And you're
I'm
doing
showing
it.
up. I'm showing up, yes.
So you're going to do the next two series, the next two books.
Right, the next book, I'm going to say the title is going to be Forbidden, but you never know, it may get changed, but that's
The working title
That's
is
the working
Forbidden.
title is Forbidden, and there's a reason for it. All what I like to do and what I want to do is all my titles going through the whole book. It's going to be more of a theme.
Oh, I like
Through
that.
the whole book. The Hornet's Nest is through the whole book. Forbidden is going to be through the whole book. And there's a reason for that. And then my third one, which is a third and fourth, it takes place in France.
Yes, we were speaking of that.
Yes, it
Yes,
takes
I was
place-
sending pictures.
Yes, it takes place in France.
The south of France.
All over France, actually.
Oh.
It's going to be some in Paris, a little bit in Paris, but all through France. But in the south of France, there's a beautiful, okay, I'm going to brag on myself, a beautiful scene that happens in the south of France in a convent.
Oh.
And it is a historical fiction piece
Nice.
where there was a sword fighter who was a female back in the 1500s.
Oh.
And her
This is
name-
a real person.
This is a real person.
Okay.
She became later in life an opera singer. There are operas written specifically for her. Her name was Julie Diabini. And she had set fire to this convent because her lover was there.
Oh no.
And she pretended to be a nun, but it set fire to the convent, and they ran out and did their little adventures and things, and then that split up, and she ended up going into the opera.
Interesting.
And King Louis loved her voice and said, I'm going to take away all your punishments from setting the fire and some other things that she had done, as long as you sing.
As you sing, yes.
As long as you sing.
I love it.
And so she did.
Wonderful.
And so in the third book, Jara goes to this convent, not knowing who this woman is, and she meets a woman who is cleaning, and she's singing, and they have this spectacular conversation about love and love through the ages, and being able to have your friend as your lover, and being able to just take advantage of every second you have with the person you're with.
So true.
And she says, well, you know, I need to go back and finish cleaning and everything. And Jaros was like, oh my God, this is wonderful. And she runs back to Katerina and says, you have to meet her. And they come back to the convent, and this woman's not there because she never was.
Oh, wow.
It was and so it goes on into that. So
well, I can't wait.
That'll be
This is
third.
The Hornet's Nest by Lee Sato.
Yes.
And this is just, I'm so proud of you and excited for you. What a wonderful journey. And you're going to win the
I hope
Goldie
so.
Award.
I hope there's others. Yes.
Yes. And I just want to thank you so much for being on the show. And you can get The Hornet's Nest at Amazon or any online bookstore.
At any bookstore, Launch Point Press sells anything. Yes.
Great. Thank you so much,
Thank
Lee.
you so much for having me.
Thank you. I'm Quinn Lemley with Secrets of the Stage. Join us every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time at mnn.org, Channel 4, or you can go to quinnlemley.com. Please sign up for my newsletter and order my new CD, Rita Hayworth Revealed, that just came out. We're up for a Josie Award and won Broadway World, and we'll be up for a Grammy this year. So please join me, and I will see you next time on Secrets of the Stage.